A new guest arrives at Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
The Yearly family are the last in a chain of drivers, helping with a 1,500-kilometer special delivery to the shelter.
Hi, and you are?
I'm Bailey.
Nice to meet you.
The bear cub was from Nelson. He was alone at like a ski resort in the snow, and they couldn't find his mom. When we were in the drive, he would just stick his nose through the cage. So cute and sweet.
The cub's been without its mother for a week, but has been regularly fed since being rescued.
Hey, little guy. I think he's smaller than the others. Can you turn the scale on so we get a weight?
The shelter's other cubs weigh over 15 pounds.
6 pounds.
At 4 months old, the cub weighs less than half a normal cub's weight.
There doesn't seem to be any serious injuries. All the limbs are working and everything feels okay. But food makes all the difference, and the more we get into him, the more he's going to improve.
And to stand up to the bigger cubs, this tiny cub needs a major growth spurt.
Open the gate. And there's a bunch of kids out there.
Up in the yearling pen,
You're mine.
lead volunteer Kim Grouse is clearing the fences to do some bear proofing.
Move it! This is a new facility that we just built a couple of years ago, and we honestly never thought that we had to check every screw.
But 5 months ago, the shelter had a security breach.
Back at the end of November, the bears were all slowing down, going into hibernation, all seemed well. Where the metal and the mesh meet, there were some screws that weren't fastened by the builders correctly. And one of the new bears, Timmy, reached underneath and pulled the wire down and had about an opening this big, and that's where the whole bear fits through. When the head goes through, the bear goes through.
Timmy hasn't been seen for 5 months.
There's no signs of him at all. We've been looking out for when he might come out of hibernation. We thought he might have woken up at the same time these guys did, which was quite a while ago. So we set this trap behind the enclosure here where he'd escaped from. With everything greening up too, the chances of him coming back around here getting slimmer and slimmer.
Down in the shelter clinic, it's time for the tiny cub they've named Summit to get fattened up.
He is.
Summit is the first cub that new German volunteer Ellie Schreiner is caring for.
I used to work at a veterinarian practice, but there was always something in me that wanted to be closer to real nature.
Look what I brought you.
Now I'm here, and I'm really doing something, and I really can help these little guys to have a second chance. I wake up every morning and I'm like, oh, feed some more babies and be just in heaven.
But becoming a Northern Lights mama bear is a big deal.
Okay, let's leave him alone.
It means committing to a full year of volunteering at the shelter and looking out for the cubs day and night.
It's pretty awesome, right from the very beginning. Every minute you watch them, you're just falling in love.
While Summit fills his tummy, up in the woods behind the bear enclosures,
I knew he would come back. He survived the winter.
Angelica and her volunteers have spotted a yearling.
We saw a bear and then saw an ear tag on the bear, so we went after it right away.
Hey, I'm back here. I got him.
This is Timmy. He's been missing for quite a few months. The fact that he's managed to survive the winter denning by himself is really good.
Though he made it through winter, Timmy needs to be caught so that he can later be released in his home territory, far away from people.
I can't try to poke him. So you guys want to keep him up there?
Hey, get there! Hey, get there! Get!
I can almost reach him with this.
Timmy is nearly 20 feet up, just out of reach of Angelica's jab stick.
He's going, yeah, you're not going to do that to me. I know what you got. Do we have a ladder or anything up here?
The ladder will work, as long as Timmy stays within Angelica's jab range.
Just really slowly, Jesse. You don't want to startle him. I would like to keep him at the same height. Okay, I'll go just up a little bit. Okay, as long as he will let me. Got it.
Timmy is now over 40 feet off the ground.
We're gonna have to clear this out, because if he comes crashing down, we don't want him to fall on. No, too late. He's coming. He's hooked with his one leg. I might be able to get the ladder on him. Wait in there. Got him?
His head's still.
Good job. Okay, let's bring him over.
Until Timmy wakes up, he's placed in a holding cage beside the pen he broke out of 5 months ago.
He's in good shape.
Angelica and Sally aren't the only ones aware of Timmy's return. His two siblings notice a familiar scent.
Tundra, his sister, kind of sniffing everywhere out. Like, she knows he's close by, so she's just trying to work out where he is.
And now brother Terry homes in on Timmy.
He was quite a dominant bear in the group. Pretty popular with everybody, and they're all now seeing that he's back.
But after 5 months of freedom, captivity could be a rude awakening. At Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter,
Yeah, I'm gonna open the slider.
long-lost cub Timmy has just awoke beside his old penmates.
So we just let the other group back in where Timmy was waking up from his tranquilizers. So he's moving around really well, despite the fact that he's not quite 100% yet.
Timmy's brother Terry is all over him.
Timmy's standing up for himself still, so that's good.
But Timmy has only one thing on his mind: escape.
He was totally focused on finding a way out of the enclosure.
Timmy seems to remember his old escape route, but finds it sealed. Eventually, he gives up.
That was not the place he wanted to be. He kind of liked it out there. And luckily, he doesn't have to be here very long. He's going to be out in a couple of weeks.
Down in the clinic,
Hello?
Summit is about to do what he's done best over the past week: eat.
Summit is getting better and better. He's a hungry little bear. I just heard from Angelica that he needs to go up with the other 2 cubs up top because he really needs someone to play with.
Family connections are extremely important for the mental stabilities of cubs, and so we're going to give him a family.
Summit is heading to an outdoor pen with 2 cub siblings, also 2 months old: Una and her brother Dion. Though Summit's gained weight, Una and Dion are twice his size.
So we're waiting for him to come out now.
He's gonna be okay. He's a big, brave boy.
I really don't know how they will react. Fingers crossed that he'll be fine.
During the past week, Timmy, the cub they recaptured, has finally come out of his slump.
And now he's fully engaged. They play, and that gets him respected by the others. It's all good again.
Timmy's closest rival is his brother, Terry.
Timmy and Terry are kind of sussing each other out again and working out who's boss.
Though they put on a good show, the brothers' tussles always end friendly. Over in the cub cage, Summit is staying clear of his two roommates, Una and her brother Dion.
Summit is still on the platform, and he's always kind of like that. I'm not here, you can't see me, but I can see you. Sometimes he walks over and he's so curious. It's maybe kind of like kids playing on the playground and the one kid just watches the other kids playing and maybe is a little bit shy.
Summit's reluctance to come down and make friends is a worry for Ellie.
Maybe it's just because Summit is the smallest. I'm constantly thinking about him and how he's doing. I would really love to see him playing with other bears, because it's kind of sad to just see him sitting in the corner on his own. I guess it will just take some time.
It's been 3 weeks since Timmy's recapture. This is the last time he'll be sharing a dinner inside with Tundra and brother Terry before their release.
Hey, dude. What do you got? We noticed that one side of Terry's face is bigger than the other side. Could be nothing. Could be something serious. They can get infections from wounds, but never really without seeing any injuries, so. I'm just gonna see what happens tomorrow. Maybe something pops by itself and then it's good, but hope it's nothing too serious.
In Northern Lights Shelter's yearling pen, Timmy's release with his siblings is on hold as his brother Terry's mysterious bump continues to grow.
That looks pretty bad.
So Angelica has called in veterinarian Janie Kluwer to treat it.
We want to knock one of the bears out. He's got a swelling on his face. And we want to make sure it's not an abscess or something nasty before he gets released.
So I'm gonna give him a full dose because for A, he's one of the bigger ones, and
yeah.
B,
we want him out for it.
I want him out really good. Oh yeah, there he is. Time. It's just like, oh, the head is getting really heavy. The legs are going. Let's just move him out.
Yeah. Well, I'll eat my hat if it's not an abscess, but let's just check the choppers. Checked all the teeth in the back of the mouth. There is no tooth problem. Okay, bud.
No tooth infection. means the bump's likely been caused by an infected puncture wound, like a bite.
But I'm gonna stick a needle in there and see what we've got. Oh! We're dealing with an abscess.
That is unreal.
Isn't that something?
Out of the abscess.
Pus and blood.
Blood. Yuck. Do we need some paper towel underneath?
Yes, we do, thank you.
Because that's a lot of fluid that's gonna come out, right?
With an abscess. Huge pressure, very painful. Where's my scalpels? If the abscess wasn't treated and the bear was released, at some point it's gonna be so painful he's not gonna wanna eat. That is life-threatening.
There we go.
So we open the abscess up so it can drain and flush all the bad stuff out. It was awesome. Because a lot of pus and blood and stuff just spurted out. Okay, so this now is flushing the wound. Once you relieve that pressure, you relieve a lot of the pain.
They put Terry back into an isolation pen until he awakes.
Well, you're not gonna be very pretty when we let you go.
I think that's the least of his worry.
You think so?
Yeah.
In the cub pen, after 2 weeks hiding in the loft, Summit appears poised for a breakthrough.
Yeah, I just came around the corner and saw Summit comes down with the other two. I was like, yes. Even though Summit is the small little baby bear, Summit is the braver one. Yeah, he's like so fun to watch. We don't have to worry about them, I guess. They're fine. They have each other and kind of a little family now. I can just relax, and that's awesome.
Summit has come a long way. But over in the yearling pen, 3 siblings have a big journey ahead.
Let's poke the first one. Timmy, trying to give me my exercise, are you?
It's Timmy's proper release day.
Got him. Time.
Along with his brother Terry
Time.
and his sister Tundra.
Where do you think you're going to? Oh, now you're dancing. What a little brat. Time. She definitely got a dose. She's already wobbling. Now she's drunk.
Brother Terry is already in a deep sleep.
I was the one with the abscess. Look how nice it healed.
Eventually, Timmy joins his siblings in Slumberland.
So with Timmy, because he had kind of pre-released himself, I really looked forward to letting him go again, telling him we're not gonna poke you again and put you back in the cage again. This time it's for good.
1,500 kilometers away from the shelter, in the south-central interior of British Columbia,
We just left the main road.
Angelica and Peter narrow in on a release site for yearling siblings, Terry, Tundra, and Timmy.
We always bring the animals back to the areas where they came from.
Oh, now we have a lot of openings.
I know, that's why I went here. But it's perfect for a release site.
Yep.
I really liked the spot that we found. There was lots of food and water. It had been previously locked, so there shouldn't be any activities there for a while. This is it.
With snouts 100 times more sensitive than human noses, the siblings sniff out their new home.
So are we ready?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bear coming.
Timmy makes the first move. followed by brother Terry, and lastly, sister Tundra.
Look at him.
Soon all three find something in common, a passion for large trees.
They're on a tree. Terry's having fun, huh?
Uh-huh.
Terry tests his balance,
Perfect.
just as Timmy finds the ultimate scratching post.
It's just rubbing all over. This is good. This is good.
While Timmy is glued to one tree, Tundra appears spoiled for choice.
It's just like, yeah, this is my tree, and I love it. And then scoot back down again and maybe try climbing this one now. it was just so much fun to watch. It's like a little Velcro bear. The trees that they were tackling were huge.
Oh, look at this.
It always amazes me to see that in the small enclosure we can accomplish getting them ready to tackle that when they go out. It's an incredible feeling of satisfaction. They're just happy.
It's how it's supposed to be. Walking slowly away, nibbling around them and taking attention of everything.
Look at him, he's watching us.
It was a nice release. That was picture book.
This is just perfect.